Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for October 16th. I'm expecting the US-Japanese yen pair to move between 102.04 during this next session and also on the lower side 98.86. Now you're going to want to look for some resistance to come into this market around 102.23, and for support you want to look for 100.75 for this particular pair. Let's take a look at the Euro USD. This pair pretty much just it moved down, but for the most part is just moving sideways. If you look for about the past week and a half, it's just tracked sideways. It does have a downward bias, and we are looking for it to break out to the downside, but not sure when that will occur. Right now it's just moving sideways. Now I am expecting this range to be between 1.3577 and 1.3294 for this next session. Now I am looking for resistance pretty much at the same area as our range, the top of our range, but support, look for some support at 133.50. Let's take a look at the pound. This particular pair is tracking sideways as well. It has a negative bias and it closed up for the day, but not by much. I'm looking for this range to be between 173.96 and 170.70. Look for some resistance pretty much at the same spot as the top of our range. As far as support goes though, we're looking for 172.70. The market should hit some support at that level. Let's take a look at the US Swiss. There we go. This particular pair is moving sideways and has been out of the four major pairs for the longest amount of time. It's tracking sideways. If you noticed that we got a breakout from Monday's range to the upside, we have not gotten it to the downside. So make sure to look for that if that does occur. Now we have more resistance that's been formed after today's session. So we could have, if we get a break above that, a true break, a close, we could see higher prices at that point, and you definitely need to pay attention to that for the upside. Now looking for a range of 1.1529 on the high side, on the low side 112.47. As far as resistance goes, look for some resistance to come into this market at around the 114 level, and for support, look for support at 11300. Well, that about does it for the charts. We had the US CPI report that came out today for September, and year to date it was down from 5.4% to 4.9%, which is a good drop. Prices are coming down, and it's contributed to the oil prices and fuel prices in general coming down. We also have, for tomorrow, we have the Eurozone trade balance for August being released. No consensus on that yet. That's being released at 5 a.m. Eastern Time. The U.S. has their housing starts for September, and that's being released at 8:30 a.m. The consensus is that it has dropped from 895K down to 878K. If this comes out much worse than expected, look for it to move the market. Otherwise, this news and announcement doesn't really have much teeth to it. Well, that about does it for today. Until tomorrow, good trading.